Stephen Pearl, of course BP, and then Andy and I will talk over some of the keys to this game on our pregame coverage, which begins. We will give you a 6-minute mark, 6 minutes from broadcast in 10 seconds, 10 seconds away. And at that point, our next countdown will come with 1 minute to go.
You have a number.
Warm in here.
He's talking about a game against a highly ranked opponent on the road. Today, the Tigers get number 2 Tennessee in front of nearly 20,000. Good afternoon in War Eagle from Pat Summit Court at times. Tennessee comes to Auburn at the end of this regular season. Brad, you look at today's ball game, and a week ago, Auburn was playing in front of their biggest crowd to date. That was West Virginia, and Auburn did not respond until the second half again in that ball game, lost by 3. Safe to say Auburn needs to get off to a good start today in front of the biggest crowd that Auburn has played in front of so far this season.
No question about it. There'll be 21,000 here, and their students have been in line since about 9 or 10 o'clock this morning, getting ready for this big game, one of 6 ranked versus ranked matchups across the country today, and a pivotal game in the SEC. I think the last 60 minutes of basketball has been as good for Auburn as the Tigers would have hoped. The second half against West Virginia, and then that thoroughly dominant effort that you mentioned against Georgia. And I think you touched on immediately the first key, and that is to start well. We've seen what this team can do on the road when it starts well. The last time we saw this team on the road in the SEC at South Carolina, it wasted no time garnering an advantage, and it rode that advantage to a convincing win on the road. This is a different team, with all due respect to South Carolina, and to be able to match that kind of effort and intensity, Auburn's got to have it today.
There isn't a weakness on this Tennessee team. It is big, it is physical. They play the best defense of anybody in the SEC, and on the perimeter, they can flat out shoot the eyes out of the basketball.
They can shoot it and they can pass it. About thirds of their field goals are assisted baskets, so they're awfully good. They look for catch-and-shoot situations. They've done the percentages and the analytics, and they know that three-point shots, even though they come at a slightly lower percentage than two-point shots, you take enough of them, you're going to make up the difference, and that is primary. That's their first target offensively in a half-court set.
This will be a supreme test indeed, but Auburn has many of these to come this season before the end of the regular season.
No question, and they've played teams with the defensive pedigree that Tennessee has throughout this year, too. If this game gets into a defensive battle and it's 1st to 55, 1st to 60, well, Auburn's won games.
Here's a watch party, a slam dunk. Find farm fresh greens, meats, and more at sweetgrownalabama.org. It is a busy day across the Southeastern Conference, and Brad Law is here to tell you.
Let's talk about what's on the menu today, which is presented by Whataburger. Introducing the new Whataburger Breakfast Bowl. That's right. One. We're talking about one convenient bowl filled to the brim with a fresh baked biscuit, scrambled eggs, crispy hash browns, creamy gravy, shredded cheddar jack cheese. That's your favorite, right, Andy?
Yes, it is.
And your choice of sausage or bacon. It's available for a limited time from Whataburger. What's on the menu today? 60-second scout from Stephen Pearl. He used to wear that dreamsicle orange. Now he wears the right color orange and the navy blue.
And he's happy about it.
And he's very happy. And how about has a fire to take on Tennessee anytime these two teams get together. Plus, we'll hear from Damon Davis, head strength coach for the Auburn men's basketball program. We'll get his take and the Volunteers. The CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off continues in a moment.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture.
We'll do Stephen
That's
first.
why at CB&S Bank, we are proud supporters and huge fans of Auburn basketball. Whoa, Regal, hey! Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Did you know the average piece of produce travels 1,500 miles to reach your plate?
Yeah.
When you buy local, you shorten your supply chain and reduce fuel emissions to contribute to a more sustainable world.
That's okay.
I'm Ellie Watson, the director of Sweet Grown Alabama, a program designed to help you find locally grown products. Visit sweetgrownalabama.org to search for locally grown produce, meat, honey, and more in your area.
How are you the ultimate Auburn fan? Because I got this air horn installed in my throat. Pretty sick, right? Yes. You look really sick. What doctor would even do this? Doctor? I did this myself. I mean, I can't swallow whole food, but still. Wait, what? Just gotta plow through it. Hey, can I get a couple of soups up there? What about some chamomile tea? Don't be that guy. Get a fan card. The smart way to be the ultimate Tigers fan. Just go to auburncards.com.
Sounds like the guy from SEC Shorts.
We've invented a new messaging system using the crisp sounds of Bud Light. Crisp code, lesson 86. This is how you say, gee willikers, it's a hot one. Let's cool down with some Bud Lights.
Yep.
And that's it for today. Bud Light, crisp. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
We are live in Knoxville, Tennessee, where the crowd is filing in. They are bustling, ready to see their Volunteers take on the 25th ranked and defending SEC regular season champ Auburn Tigers. StubHub is the easiest way to experience every Tigers game. Talking about home games, road games, anywhere the Tigers play. And check that virtual view, score your seats, get your tickets delivered instantly. StubHub is the official ticketing partner of Auburn Athletics. StubHub, be there. Volunteers ranked number 2 in the country, 18-4 under Rick Barnes, 7-2 in the SEC. Really highly rated in the net ratings, Ken Palm, all the metrics across college basketball really like Tennessee. They're the number 1 team in the nation in defensive efficiency, and they shoot about 48% from 3 here. Assistant Stephen Pearl with a 60-second scout of the Volunteers.
The biggest thing for us, it's obviously defensively we have to do a good job of, guarding them in the half court. They run what they run, offensively. So I think how we guard them bothers them. The biggest thing, though, is we have to rebound the ball. Last year they had 21 offensive rebounds that turned into 21 points. So a third of their points last year. So, the team that's won the offensive rebounding battle has won the game. And then, obviously, offensively, it's going to be hard to run our stuff because they're the number 1 defensive team in the country. They do an unbelievable job of turning you over. They do a great job of blocking shots. We have to get them moving side to side offensively to try and break them down and get to the basket, finish around the rim, but then, obviously, the ball's got to move. So we have to get great assists. We have to make shots on the road. And we just can't turn the ball over. 22 assists and 5 turnovers last game helped us have a great offensive game. So got to limit turnovers and got to keep them off the offensive glass.
What makes this team as well as it plays defensively?
They just play as honestly, they have all the same principles that we have. They just do it a little bit better. They make multiple efforts. They have good size. They have 2 really good on-the-ball defenders. Ziegler and Vescovi do a great job on the ball. 1, having great ball pressure, but 2, getting steals and trying to get you rattled. And they have guys that can rotate and make plays. So got to limit turnovers, got to play off 2 feet, got to share the ball, and we got to make shots.
A perspective on Tennessee's ability to force turnovers. They're forcing 1 turnover about every 4 possessions by the opponent. So that'll be a key statistic to track as we go throughout the game today. Accelerate your career with an online MBA from the Harbert College of Business. Learn why they're ranked among the nation's best by going to harbert.auburn.edu. Well, typically a player profile in this spot. Today we switch it up just a little bit, and we hear from some of the other folks who are so critical to this program's sustained success. And today it's going to be strength coach Damon Davis, who's in his 9th season with the Auburn program. Entering his 9th season. His full title is Director of Sports Performance for men's basketball. Also works with men's and women's golf. Andy Burcham had a chance to catch up earlier today with Damon Davis.
When folks come and they watch you stretching the guys before the game, what's the main thing you're looking to do, and is it any different than you would do for a practice day?
Yeah, it's a little bit different. There's obviously some similarities. We do a team warm-up that has some similarities to what we do in practice, but then each individual guy has their routine. Some guys like to give an individual stretch. Some guys do some things on their own with our pads and our rollers. But we try and encourage everyone to kind of develop their own process on game day. So it's a mix of what we do as a team and then their kind of individual preparation to get warmed up.
How much has the idea of warming up and stretching, how much has that changed in the last 10 to 20 years?
It's changed a little bit. I think there used to be thinking of just, sitting down and doing some static stretches. I think things have become more dynamic, and we try and make them more game-like movements just to get their body moving and kind of building up to a peak of their warm-up. But yeah, things have definitely evolved.
Damon Davis, Coach D, originally from Petersburg, Illinois, graduate of Western Illinois University, working on his master's at Auburn right now. It's good to hear from him. And as this basketball team's list of accomplishments has grown longer throughout his time with the program, his beard has grown longer as well. Auburn and Tennessee coming up here from Thompson Bowling Arena, about 18 minutes away from tip-off. The Auburn Tigers put their trust in Auburn AV every home game for the best fan experience, and so should you. Bring the basketball game home when you have Auburn.
The CB&S Bank Countdown to Tip-Off, only on the Auburn Sports Network.
How are you the ultimate Auburn fan? Because I got this air horn installed in my throat. Pretty sick, right? Yes, you look really sick. What doctor would even do this? Doctor? I do this myself. I mean, I can't swallow whole food, but still. Wait, what? Just gotta plow through it. Hey, can I get a couple of soups up here? What about some chamomile tea?
Don't be that guy. Get a fan card. The smart way to be the ultimate Tigers fan. Just go to auburncards.com.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Auburn Athletics, helping the world keep promising.
And the celebration begins at Auburn's Neville Arena. The game has changed, and the future of Auburn Athletics now demands a strong name, image, and likeness program. I'm Andy Burcham, and I urge you to support On to Victory, the name, image, and likeness collective for Auburn student athletes. Please take this opportunity to improve the lives of our players and give our teams the best chance of success. Learn more at ontovictory.com.
Ford presents our exclusive pregame visit with head coach Bruce Pearl. At Auburn, we revere our traditions. Ford has a tradition too, building trucks that are smart, dependable, and built Ford tough. That's why Ford F-150 is the official truck of the Auburn Tigers. Here's Andy Burcham with Coach Pearl.
What's it like for you to come back? I mean, it's been a couple years since you were the head coach, but what's it like for you to walk back into this building?
Andy, it's, you know me, I'm pretty emotional, and, you tie in, it's the one thing about this coaching profession that has been probably hard on me and my family is, man, it's been hard to pick up and move. And because you dig in, you dig roots, and you don't think you're ever going to leave. And that's how I always encourage coaches to approach a job, unfortunately, that's so transient in nature. So I never thought I'd be leaving Knoxville, so it's weird. Steve and Jackie both graduated from Tennessee. We had 6 great years there, and Jackie still lives in Knoxville, and it's so good to come back and see her when we play up here. So, but let me tell you something. There's not an ounce of me that isn't all in for Auburn 100%. That's just not the way that God had a plan. And I am so grateful and so blessed that things have worked out the way they have. So I could, my family and I could be in Auburn, Alabama.
Quite a response from your ball club on Wednesday after the game a week ago.
at West Virginia. Just came out and just played two very good halves of basketball against a team that had already beaten Auburn this season in Georgia.
It just goes to show you a little, Andy, about, we are still working with young kids. And so maybe Georgia, I told our guys, I said, look, Georgia's going to come in and think they're the better team because when we played them the first time in Athens, they were the better team. And unfortunately, for them, and fortunately for us, they kind of played like it, and our guys were humble and they were hungry and they played great basketball. Analytically, from an offensive standpoint, it was one of the best performances that we've had, and that was great. Okay, but now where we find ourselves now is in a situation where I'm very proud of the fact that this team has beaten the teams they're supposed to beat. To be 7-2 and tied for second place halfway through the SEC is a great accomplishment for this team. But we now have, I guess, 9 games left, and probably in 6 or 7 of them, we will not be favored, and of course, including tonight. So the question is there step up? Do we have the ability to elevate our game against the best teams in our league? Tennessee, Alabama, Kentucky, Texas A&M. We've got 6 games remaining against those teams.
We were sitting downstairs in the team room today before everyone walked in, and you said, boy, if they thought this was a tough environment last week at West Virginia, wait till today.
Yeah, this is going to be the toughest environment we've played in. It's a big building. It's loud. They play with great effort and energy. They're beating people in here by 20. But bigs, they're really, really big at 3, 4, and 5, and incredibly quick guards at 1 and 2. So,
thinking of advancing your career with a master's degree in business? If so, consider the graduate degree choices at Auburn University's Harbert College of Business. Ranked among the nation's best, we offer full-time and online programs in finance, supply chain management, information systems, accounting, and business administration. Learn more at harbert.auburn.edu.
Collective for Auburn student athletes. I urge you to support On to Victory. You can improve the lives of our players and give our teams the best chance for success. Learn more at ontovictory.com.
Kia of Auburn is happy to connect the Kia brand to the Auburn fans. Our winning lineup has something for everyone at almost any budget. SUVs like the Telluride, Sorrento, and Sportage. You prefer a sedan? Check out the Rio, Forte, Soul, or the Sporty Stinger. And don't forget our new multi-purpose vehicles, the Carnival, or our amazing hybrid or electric vehicles. Kia of Auburn is a proud supporter of Auburn athletics. Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. Whoa, Rico.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
Welcome back to Thompson Bowling Arena. This medical report is brought to you by East Alabama Health. Need emergency care? Check out the new freestanding emergency department located in their new Auburn Medical Pavilion in the Auburn Research Park. Well, Auburn will not have Dylan Cardwell available for the Tigers today. He is ill, back at home. Cap, hope you get better and get well quickly, my friend. Auburn also will not have Chance Westry available today. He is here, but is not dressed out for the game. Today's Coach's Keys to the Game presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. All right, Brad Law, 28 seconds. What's the key?
Offensive rebounds are the key, and I think one-on-one matchups. Tennessee gets 2/3 of their buckets on assisted baskets. They pass the ball really well. They look for open threes. What that sometimes means is teams that do that maybe aren't the best in one-on-one matchups. So make them beat you on the dribble rather than open looks for threes. And I think defensively this game can be won or lost by winning one-on-one matchups. We're going to take our final pregame timeout. When we come back, we'll get to your starting lineups and the opening tip between the Tigers and the Volunteers from Knoxville. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hey, Tiger fans. Join Coach Johnny Harris and the Auburn women's basketball staff on the Coach Jay Show. The show airs live on location from Baumhauer's Victory Grill every Monday at 6 p.m. Get the latest updates on the Tigers from Coach Jay while enjoying delicious food from Baumhauer's. The show is available locally on FM Talk 93.9 FM and anywhere else on the Auburn Game Day app. Make your plans now to join us for the Coach Jay Show at Baumhauer's Victory Grill, Mondays at 6. War Eagle.
Hey Tiger fans, this is Andy Burcham. We need you on February 22nd, Auburn University's Tiger Giving Day. Tiger Giving Day is an annual day of giving where you have an opportunity to pick projects that make a difference in people's lives, on campus, in our communities, and across the state. From providing health care in rural areas to making autism services accessible, we've got an exciting lineup of projects that need your help to meet their one-day fundraising goal. So visit tigergiving.org on February 22nd. Pick your projects and give.
Hey, I'm Charles Barkley. Call for a Redmont and water at bars and restaurants throughout the great state of Alabama. Redmont Vodka, available at select ABC stores and package stores. Redmont Vodka is 8 times distilled, gluten-free, and is made from non-GMO corn. Looking to support a local business? Redmont Distilling is Alabama proud and minority owned. Learn more online at redmontdistilling.com.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture. That's why at CB&S Bank, we are proud supporters and huge fans of Auburn basketball. Whoa, Regal, hey! Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is Auburn basketball, and these are the Yellowwood starting lineups for the Tigers.
Drives to the hole, gets a guy in the air, goes up, and makes the shot with a foul on the play. Three balls up, Jasper. Yes! Oh, zip for three!
Zip Jasper, senior, Augusta, Georgia, Lucy C. Laney High School.
Into the hole off the glass. Got it at the buzzer! Wendell pops a long three. Got it! Oh!
I'm going to get his autograph if he keeps playing like that.
Wendell Green Jr., Detroit, Michigan, Latimer High School.
19-footer switch, it was a three! Flanagan, 4-3, bang! Ahead Flanagan to the hole, with the left-hand hammer!
Alan Flanagan, senior, Lower Arkansas, Parkview High.
Cross court, right wing, Williams, three! Got it! It's a steal! Jalen Williams on a breakaway, left-hand hammer! Jalen another three, got it!
Jalen Williams, senior, Hunter, Georgia, Brownlee County High School.
Inside the arc, put it up underneath for Broom, to the hole and in. Broom behind the defense, puts it in. Underneath, Broom with a double hand stop.
Janot Broom, sophomore, Plant City, Florida, Tampa Catholic.
Introducing the first stain worthy of the yellow tag. From the makers of Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine comes Yellowwood Protector. After all, if it's good enough to earn that little yellow tag, then it's the perfect finish for your 5-star backyard.
Auburn is 17-5 overall, 7-2 in the SEC, ranked number 25 in the AP poll, 23 in the coaches poll. Bruce Pearl out of Boston College in his 9th season on the Plains. His record is 183 and 103. 28th season overall, a record of 645 and 248. Before the lineups for Tennessee, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Tennessee 18-4 overall, and like Auburn, 7-2 in SEC play. The Vols are ranked number 2 in both the AP and the coaches' polls. Rick Barnes out of Lenore-Rhine in his 8th season in Knoxville. His record is 168 and 85, and in his 36th season overall, a record of 772 and 399. Auburn would love to give him his 400th career loss today. At the point, 5'9" sophomore Zakai Ziegler from Long Island, New York, our Savior Lutheran High School. 11.5 points, 3 rebounds, and an SEC leading 5 assists a game. On one wing, Santiago Vescovi, 6'3" senior from Montevideo, Uruguay. He played his high school ball at NBA Global Academy. He is averaging 12.2 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 2.9 assists per ball game. Josiah Jordan James on the other wing, a 6'6" senior from Charleston, South Carolina. A transfer from Roane State Community College. 9.5 points, 4.5 rebounds. On the inside, 6'8" freshman Julian Phillips from Blythewood, South Carolina, and Link Academy out of Missouri. 9.5 points, 5 rebounds for the McDonald's All-American a year ago. And Olivier Kamwa, a 6'9" senior from Helsinki, Finland. Matter of fact, his mother is Scottish-Finnish, his father from Cameroon. Played his high school basketball in Maryland at Bishop Walsh School. 11 points, 5.3 rebounds. So it's Ziegler, Vescovy, and James. And those three have combined for 118 threes this season. To show you what kind of defense Tennessee plays, and especially against the three. 118 threes for Ziegler, Vescovy, and James. They've only given up 110 threes to opponents this season.
It is the hallmark of their offense. If they're in a half-court set, they are looking for a three-point shot and an open one. So they'll set pin-down screens, back screens, and they'll do whatever they can to find open looks for the guards.
And on the other hand, they lead the country in three-point defense this season, only allowing 22.5% from the three-point stripe. So this is a solid ball club offensively and especially defensively here today. The officials are Don Daly, Steven Anderson, and Bart Lennox. That's your three SEC officials. It's going to be very interesting to see how this game is played. This is what Auburn expects today. They expected that this is going to be a very physical game, and it's not going to be a closely called game. If it is, we could be here till tomorrow.
Reactions are what it's all about. You can't go looking for the whistle. You can't drive into the lane looking for a foul call. Expect the whistle not to blow and react accordingly, because Tennessee also likes to take advantage of physicality. Guys getting knocked down on the inside, getting out in transition.
Don't retaliate.
Yes.
Is also a key here today.
Reaction and retaliation's important.
Auburn in the away blue uniforms today. It's been a while since we've seen Auburn in the all blues. Tops and bottoms, orange numerals and lettering, and white trim. Tennessee in the home white tops and bottoms, the dreamsicle orange lettering and numerals, and that's it. There is no trim. It's just dreamsicle orange. And there is a ton of it here today. It's a great crowd. This is a great atmosphere. Auburn played in front of 14,000 last weekend in Morgantown, West Virginia. They'll play in front of nearly 20,000 here today when this game gets underway.
And they're going to want a fast start. They got off to a very slow start at Florida in the midweek.
Did Tennessee, yes.
Yes.
Broom jumps it up against Kamwa. The tap is controlled by Auburn. We're underway at Thompson Bowling Arena. Auburn to the basket to our right, and Ziegler greets Wendell Green at midcourt. Lobs top of the circle for Broom. Outside the arc to Wendell. It's a man-to-man defense, opening it up for Tennessee. To Jalen Williams. Into the key, down the left side with the left hand. Good!
Great start for the Tigers. A set play to get Jalen Williams a shot. He can win that one-on-one matchup today.
Ziegler down to the low post for Phillips. Out to underneath for Kamwa. Fade away over Broom. He missed it. Rebound fought for, and it comes out into the corner for Tennessee. Phillips with the ball. Second chance here for Tennessee. Boy, they killed Auburn on the offensive glass here a year ago.
Yeah, they had 21, and they are elite on second chance offensive opportunities.
Low post Kamwa against Broom. Up with the right hand. He missed it, and Broom gets the rebound.
Excellent defense by Janai. He affected both shots with his defense.
Green quickly across midcourt at the right wing outside the arc. Tigers up 2-0, 19 minutes to go in the first half in Knoxville. High post pass for Williams off the right wing. Flanagan. 22 points for Allen Wednesday against Georgia. To Broom, right back to Flanagan, 11 to shoot. Into the low post for Jalen. Baseball pass, Green, left wing three. It's no good, and the rebound pulled in by James for Tennessee. Up the middle of the floor to the top. Left wing Ziegler, top of the circle, James for three. It's missed. A wide open look. He missed it, and here's the rebound for Wendell Green up the floor. Drives top of the circle, gets bumped by Vescovy. To Flanagan, top of the key. He'll pop a three there. No. Rebound to the floor, and it comes to Kamwa for Tennessee. 2-0 Auburn.
Auburn's guards are peeling back instead of crashing the boards. They're very leery of Tennessee on run-out opportunities, and they don't have as many guys on the rebound tries.
Kamwa off the left wing, inside the arc. Backs down Broom into the lane. Head fake. Up from about 7. Missed it. It may have been blocked by Janai. Rebounded by Flanagan. Up the right sideline. Here's Green. Crossover dribble, free throw line. Lobs it underneath. Broom puts it in.
Excellent vision by Wendell Green. He was way too short to be in the lane among those guys, and he looked for Janai on the receiving end of the pass.
Broom was slow to get up. He got hit in the face, I think, as he went up for that alley-oop play. Nothing is called. They'll not look at a replay. Janai holding around his right eye, as a matter of fact.
Well, he has been beat up. He plays so physical on the inside. He plays a little more physical than he is big, if that makes sense, and he's taken a beating this year.
4-0 Auburn, 17:51 to go in the first half. Tennessee 0 of 4 from the field. Off the left side, it's James. Josiah Jordan James. Outside the arc, drives on Jalen, who stays with him. Bounce pass, low post. Kamwa faces Broom, left side of the lane. To the baseline, up from about 6. He didn't get it. Rebound, Janai.
Tennessee has taken 5 shots, and Janai Broom has affected 4 of them directly for misses.
4-0 Auburn, Tiger basketball. Wendell Green brings it to the top. Picks up the dribble. To Jalen Williams, outside the arc, left side. Back to the top, it comes for Green near midcourt. Shot clock at 13.
Aggressive man defense.
Picked up by Ziegler. Shot clock at 9. Wendell penetrates, loses the basketball. And here is Vescovy the other way for Tennessee. Left side, James, baseline left. On the wing, Vescovy down the lane. Kamwa blocked by Jalen Williams. Rebounded by Flanagan. Here's Auburn the other way. Across midcourt, down the left side of the lane. Underneath for Broom. Head fake up and in.
Excellent body control, Janai Broom. You always coach your guys, be the second off the floor. That time it was Tennessee first off the floor. The head fake worked.
Jonas Adu, a 6'11 sophomore, in at the next break for Tennessee. Vescovy baseline, drives to the hole, kicks it to the corner. Ziegler for 3. Air ball. Weak side rebound, Broom. To Flanagan up the floor. Tigers lead 6-0. Broom has 4 of Auburn's 6. Flanagan drives to the basket, goes up, he scores! Well, 8-0 Auburn on top.
Tennessee fans wanted a push off, and Allen may have gotten away with one, but it's the nature of this game. If you call it on one end of the floor or don't call it on one, then you can't call it on the other end.
Ziegler, top of the circle, bounce pass, low post combo over Broom. It's good.
Well, eventually law of averages are going to catch up, but Janai Broom, just sensational defense in the post.
8-2 Auburn, 16 minutes to go in the first half of play from Knoxville. Green, left hand, top of the circle. It comes for Janai, outside the arc. To Wendell off the left side. Picks up the dribble. Needs to get rid of it. Does to Jasper. Right back to Wendell with 9 to shoot. Shot clock down to 7. Lobs it down the right side of the lane for Broom. Janai with 5 into the lane. Up with the left hand. Good! Janai Broom with 6 early on.
He is feeling it on both ends of the floor right now. He knows he can win his one-on-one matchup.
Tigers lead 10-2. James penetrates, pull up from a baseline or from the lane. He puts it in. Josiah Jordan James.
Yep, that's his range. He doesn't want to drive all the way to the basket. He's perfectly comfortable pulling up at the elbow.
10-4 Auburn, 15-16 to go in the first half. Auburn off to a 5 of 7 start from the field. Green at the point against Ziegler. Off the right wing for Flanagan. 16 to shoot. Allen, pull up 3. Didn't get it. Rebound, fought for it. It's tapped to Kamwa for Tennessee. Up the left side for Ziegler. Zakai Ziegler penetrates against Wendell. Cuts him off, baseline or left side of the lane. Onto the right wing it goes. Josiah Jordan James on the wing for Vescovy. Head fake at 3. Pops the 3. Missed it. Weak side rebound Flanagan. They're 0 of 3 from 3 is Tennessee. Auburn up 10-4 with the ball. Flanagan at the top. Wendell wide open 3, didn't make it. Boy, it was on the mark, but he missed it long.
No, and he played great defense on the other end, basically face guarding Ziegler off the ball, not allowing him to take a screen.
Kamwa, right wing 3, Vescovy. No, rebound out of bounds off of Kamwa. Auburn ball, our first time out. Good start for the Tigers. 14:24 to go in the first. Auburn 10, Tennessee 4 from Knoxville. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
This is the moment you've been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our home.
When you step onto the court and into the spotlight. The moment to show that hard work and long days pay off. Because when that final shot leaves your hands and we leave our seats, that powerful moment connects us all.
Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Power for a better Alabama.
Auburn Bank celebrates Hall of Fame coach Sonny Smith as color analyst on the Auburn Sports Network. This is Sonny Says.
Now they all talking over. Let's get another ball.
Sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is you know you're gonna get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. This is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches.
Order the
Auburn MBB. Now, back to the game.
10-4 Auburn, 14:24 to go in the first half from Knoxville. If you're searching for that perfect beach home, find your piece of paradise on the Alabama Gulf Coast with the #1 RE/MAX agent in Alabama, Mindy Jones with RE/MAX Paradise. Begin your search by visiting Mindy at paradise.com.
Auburn thus far is 5 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 4 from beyond the three-point line. What that means is the Tigers haven't missed when they've gone inside. Janai Broome already has 3 field goals. He's 3 for 3, 6 points, 3 rebounds. He's picking up where he left off the other night against Georgia. Auburn is dominating the paint early on, 10 points to 2, all 10 of Auburn's points coming in the paint. So when the Tigers are able to get the ball inside, posting up, or on rebound tries and feeds in there in the post, they're taking advantage of it.
Auburn goes to its bench for the first time at this timeout, bringing in K.D. Johnson and Chris Moore for the Tigers. A reminder, if you didn't join us in the pregame, Bruce Pearl mentioned that Auburn does not have Dylan Cardwell on the trip. Dylan ill and did not make the trip to Knoxville. Chance Westry is here, but he is not dressed out for today's game. Johan Treyar will likely get some work at the 5 here today when Auburn deems it necessary to come in and bang underneath against the balls.
And it'd be interesting to see the lineup that's on the floor coming out of this timeout with Chris Moore in the game. Is he play in the 3? Is he play in the 4? And where do they match him defensively on the floor when Auburn comes out of this huddle?
K.D. Johnson, Wendell Green, Alan Flanagan. So that means Moore will play the 4.
Yep.
And Broome for Auburn. Let's see. Tennessee makes a substitution. Tyreek Key, a better guard, number 4 on the perimeter. Auburn gets a little bit of press. The inbound almost to midcourt for Broome. And now Wendell Green will walk it across midcourt against Zakai Ziegler. Auburn leads at 10-4. Off the left side, Wendell. Left wing pass on the bounce to KD. In the lane, Flanagan. Head fake. Turnaround jumper. He missed the shot and he walked in the process. He spun back into the lane rather than to the baseline there.
Yeah, he came off of a curl screen to get the pass down the left side of the lane, and the defender held his position better, I think, than Allen, or recovered better than Allen expected him. He got caught up.
14:03 on a counting clock in the first. Auburn up 10-4. Key down to the baseline, left side for Kumwa. Kumwa underneath. They pin to KD up for a wild shot, missed it. Rebound tapped, and it comes to Tennessee. Rebound to Jemai Meshek. Josiah Jordan James against Wendell Green. He's bigger. James backs in Green in the lane. Turnaround jumper, missed it. Rebound to Broome. Nope, out of bounds off of Wendell.
Oh, no.
Boy, they came over his back. That should have been a foul on the rebound, and then it looked like Tennessee knocked the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, we don't have benefit of a replay here. At the very least, it's a foul. Or at the very least, it should be Auburn ball, but they're not going to get it.
Out of bounds baseline right on the right wing. James out to the top with a pass for Meshek. Meshek to the wing for James, right side. Now to Ziegler on a curl to the baseline, through the lane, off the left side. Key drives, gets bumped off the right side for James. Shot clock at 5. James pull-up jumper, no, and he's fouled.
Oh, boy. Boy, to let him play for 26 seconds and then call that, there was a lot of shoving by both sides, quite frankly. Wendell was using his hands, and James lowered his shoulder on a drive earlier in the possession.
Chris Moore called for the first foul of the game, and Josiah Jordan James, 88% from the line. He is at the stripe for a couple. Lefty, first free throw is up, and it is good. He's a senior from Charleston, South Carolina, back a McDonald's All-American. Missed about 8 games this season with knee soreness, but back to playing for the Vols. Second free throw from James is good. Ziegler presses Wendell Green. 13-18, first half. Auburn leads 10-6 in Knoxville. Left wing, KD. Top of the circle, Chris Moore. Right wing, Alan Flanagan. Down the right side of the lane for Broome. Drives to the hole, reverse layup, it didn't go. And the rebound to Tennessee.
That shot didn't go, but that's a matchup Auburn wants against Edu.
Off the left wing is Zakai Ziegler. Auburn by 4, Tennessee ball. He backs up against KD. Gets a high post screen from Edu. They get it to Edu underneath, and it's stripped away nicely by Wendell Green. To Alan Flanagan across midcourt. Top of the circle. Right wing, Wendell. Head fake at 3, penetrates. Lobs it to Broome. Janai to the hole with the left hand. He didn't get it. Didn't finish the play, and here's James the other way for Tennessee. James working on Chris Moore. Whips a pass off the right wing for Meshack. Down the right side, it's Ziegler. Low post pass for Adu. Pull-up jumper. No. Weak side rebound for Flanagan.
It's exactly the shot that Auburn wants.
And Allen stepped on the end line. Doggone it. Tennessee is 2 of 14 from the field. Boy, that's just not going to continue. You got to take advantage. Yeah. Vescovi in, replacing Ziegler. Here comes Uroš Plavšić. Big dude on the floor, 7'1" senior from Serbia.
A lot of muscle.
Yep. Tyreek Key will trigger baseline left.
Yeah, that's 5.
They had 6 on the floor?
Yep.
Okay. Tobe Awaka is into the lineup, replacing James for Tennessee. Inbound comes to Plavšić. One dribble, hands the ball on the wing. Top of the circle, Kia. They walked, didn't they?
Well, he put his hip in Wendell. Plavšić did.
Meshack into the Key, out to the top. Shot clock at 7. Down to the baseline, drive to the hole by Key. He's pinned underneath the basket. Gets the ball, shot is up, it's missed. Rebound tapped up and missed. Rebound Broom gets knocked to the floor. It will go, I think, against Jemai Meshack, a sophomore from Fontana, California.
Man alive, you better
buckle in today, friends.
You better pack a lunch today on both ends of the floor.
You're right. It's going to be a physical ball game, and here's Jan Traore getting his first work underneath at the 5, replacing Janai Broom.
Important rest. Next dead ball, there'll be immediate timeout, so Janai will try to get all of the breath he can here.
10-4, make that 10-6 Auburn. Flanagan right wing, Moore around the perimeter, Traore. Now to Wendell Green off the left side. Backs it up against Tyreek Key, almost to midcourt. 11 to shoot for the Tigers. Left wing, KD. Underneath, Flanagan. Flanagan backs his man in. That's Vescovi. He puts it up and missed it. Rebound tapped, and it gets lodged in between the rim and the backboard, and the arrow goes to Tennessee. 11:32 to go in the first half. Berman and Donaldson in for Auburn at this timeout, along with Jalen Williams. Tigers lead at Tennessee 10-6, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Tigers.com is the official website of Auburn Athletics. Read the latest feature stories on your favorite Tiger teams. Get critical game day info, search videos and audio. Find how to get connected through social and digital media, or by joining Tigers Unlimited. Shop the AU Photo Store, or just find the next event on the athletic calendar. Plus, all athletics broadcasts are streamed free at auburntigers.com/watch. auburntigers.com, the official online home of Auburn Athletics.
This is the moment you've been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our home.
When you step onto the court and into the spotlight. The moment to show that hard work and long days pay off. Because when that final shot leaves your hands and we leave our seats, that powerful moment connects us all.
Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Power for a better Alabama.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Back live in Knoxville, Auburn leads Tennessee 10-6 with 11:32 to go in the first half. Let's check the Yellowwood scoreboard. One other SEC game in progress now. Ole Miss seesaws back in front at Vanderbilt. It's 50-49. Rebels over the Commodores with 11 minutes to go. Auburn trying to knock off second-ranked Tennessee already today. 2 top 10 teams have fallen. Number 13, Iowa State, hammered 8th-ranked Kansas, 68-53 in Ames. And in Blacksburg, Virginia Tech knocked off number 6 Virginia in that rivalry game, 74-68. So 2 top 10 teams have already gone by the wayside, and Auburn trying to pack their lunch and get the job done and knock off a third top 10 team today. Auburn basketball is brought to you by East Alabama Health. With more than 70 new physicians added in the past 4 years, they're growing their healthcare team to meet the growing needs of Auburn, Opelika, and the surrounding areas. 11:32 to go, Andy Burcham, half number one. Auburn 10-6 the lead. Terrific defensive effort by the Tigers so far in what has lived up to its billing as the most physical game of the season.
We haven't had a score in the last 3 minutes and 57 seconds by either team. And Auburn has gone 4 minutes and 10 seconds without scoring.
Yeah.
And the Tigers lead 10-6. Tennessee will have the ball coming out of the timeout break. Auburn is 5 of 12 from the field. Tigers have cooled off shooting the basketball. Tennessee is 2 of 15 from the field.
And Auburn's hanging in there in the rebounding department, too, leading 10-9. That's such a critical area. Tigers have valued the ball. 3 turnovers, but Tennessee hasn't been able to capitalize on those turnovers to this point.
For Auburn, it is KD, Jalen, Donaldson, Traore, and Berman right now. Awaka to the left wing for Tennessee. Gets the ball to Josiah Jordan-James on the wing. Now on a curl free throw line. Out to the top it comes for Vescovy. Down the right side of the lane, this is Awaka. Turnaround jumper, he missed it. Got his own rebound and missed it. And the rebound, Tennessee again. Back up, and it's good by number 15, Jemai Mashak.
Yep, offensive rebounds can be the difference in a ball game. We talked about it in pregame. 21 offensive rebounds led to 21 points in this building a year ago.
It's a 2-point Auburn lead. K.D. Johnson baseline left up. Missed it, but he was fouled by Mashak. And that's the second foul on Jemai Mashak, a sophomore from Etowanda High School. Make that Idawanda High School in Fontana, California.
I don't want to either. 3 total fouls in the game. We've played nearly 9 minutes, or we played just over 9 minutes.
K.D. Johnson at the line for 2 for the Auburn Tigers. 6-foot junior from Atlanta. First free throw by K.D. is good. That snaps a string of 4 minutes and 46 seconds without scoring for Auburn. Auburn basketball brought to you by Auburn Opelika Tourism. Start your next visit to the Plains at aotourism.com. KD tucks his shirt in. That's very important this season.
It really is. Gotta have any flying shirt tails.
Second free throw from KD, nothing but net. And Auburn leads it by 4, 12-8, 10:51 to go. First half of play. Awaka to Zakai Ziegler at the point. To Vescovy on the right wing, picked up by Trey Donaldson. To Ziegler, picked up now by Leor Berman. Back to the top for Vescovy. Off the right side, 3 ball in the air, good. Josiah Jordan-James. Their first made 3 of the game, that cuts the lead to 1.
Auburn wants to fight through screens. KD wasn't able to fight through the screen that time, and Ziegler had the open look.
Traore outside the arc, working on to Plavšić. To Trey Donaldson. Off the left side for Berman. Head fake at 3. To the free throw line, down the left side of the lane, to the corner. Johan 3. Didn't get it. And the rebound.
Oh.
My goodness gracious. The rebound was made by Awaka. He then threw an elbow into K.D. Johnson.
They'll get Jalen for a foul,
sure.
but Awaka sure did. He then threw an elbow at KD, and I don't even know that they'll look at it. Bruce Pearl's going to ask him to look at it.
I wish they would. Listen, I understand at times you let teams play, but for goodness sakes, you can't let someone just take a shot at him. It happened last year here when Plavšić put an elbow into the shoulder of
Walker Kessler,
and it was never called. 10:05 in the first half. Tennessee within 1. Awaka, right wing for Vescovy. Back to the top for Awaka, hands to Ziegler. Gets a moving screen. Off the right side, Ziegler. 3 ball for the lead. No. Rebound, whistle, foul.
They're going to get both.
Yeah, yep. Vescovy and Traore called for a double foul. They were working for the rebound.
That's fine.
I'm fine with that from Johan. He's not letting Vescovy Plavšić push him around.
Yeah. Plavšić is 7'1" and 265 pounds. And Johan's getting a glad hand from the bench right now. That's what Auburn wanted from Johan Traore there against Plavšić.
And Plavšić is snapping at the Auburn bench.
Yeah, he's done that the minute he's entered the game.
He's been yapping at the Auburn bench the entire time.
If he played for my team, I'd take him off the floor.
9:48 in the first. Auburn up 12-11. Donaldson looked for the back door. It wasn't there to Jalen. Off the left side for Broom. Hands to Katie. Gets a screen. Inside the arc, free throw line. Off the right wing for Donaldson for three. Didn't get it. And the rebound pulled in from Awaka for Tennessee. Awaka to Ziegler, brings it up the middle of the floor. Auburn doesn't have a field goal in almost 6 minutes. Ziegler, low post for Plavsic against Broom. Goes up and scores. And Plavsic just got a technical.
Yep, he sure did. He earned every bit of it, too.
He just got a technical.
Yep.
He was yapping at Janai Broom coming up the floor.
Yep.
And it's not the first time he's been doing that all day.
I don't understand why. I don't understand, Andy, and I understand we're biased. I don't understand why Rick Barnes is yapping at the official.
He's protecting his guy.
That's fine, but his guy has been yapping the entire time he's been in the game.
I think he's just playing the role that he's protecting his guy. Rick Barnes is out 8-10 feet on the floor.
Rick Barnes about to earn one himself.
I mean, Katie Johnson's trying to shoot free throws here, and the Tennessee head coach is on the floor as the Auburn player shoots free throws. Technical foul. Katie makes it. That's the second foul on Uroš Plavsic.
The problem for Plavsic, among many, is that he was just issued a foul as part of the double foul, so they're going to be watching you.
Katie made the first, he missed the second. We're tied at 13, Auburn ball. 9:17 to go in the first half. Listen, I'm not surprised that this game has come to this.
Right, no.
This is what you expect.
Well, given last year's game and given the rivalry between these two teams
and given
the
way
nature
that
of the game,
play.
Yeah, I'm honestly astounded that Plavsic is still in the game.
Across midcourt, Donaldson. Top of the circle, Janai Broom. We're tied at 13. Donaldson on the left wing. Bounce pass, KD outside the arc. KD dribbles against Vescovy. 12 to shoot. 3 ball. KD short. Rebound to Tennessee. Auburn right now is 0 of 7 from 3. Tied at 13, Tennessee ball. Ziegler inside the arc, down the left side, nearly fell down. Maintained the dribble out to Vescovy at the point. Right side for Plavsic. Plavsic one dribble. Underneath and a foul. It's going to go against Leor Berman against Josiah Jordan James. This has got to be an incredibly tough game to call. I mean, if you called everything, you'd be here forever.
You would. No, there'd be a whistle literally every time down the floor.
Plavsic comes out with 2 points and 2 fouls, including a technical. And Kamwa is back in at the low post.
Now, you can't lose the intensity that you started the game with against Kamwa down on this end of the floor. He's a shooter. He's a high-volume shooter.
And they get it to him on the alley-oop to open on the inbound pass, and he puts it in. And Tennessee has a 2-point lead, 15-13 with 8:29 to go. Auburn's gone over 7 minutes without a field goal. Wendell Green in at the point. High post pass for Broom at the key. Drives on Kamwa down the left side of the lane. Spins, loses it, gets it back to the wing. Wendell with 12 to shoot on the left side. Drives on Ziegler. Left wing, Jalen. Down the left side of the lane for Broom. Out to the top for Jalen. 3 ball straight away, Jalen, he missed it. Vescovy with the rebound.
Nobody on the boards right now for Auburn. It's 5-on-2 on the boards.
Ziegler penetrates all the way to the hole, kicks it on the wing. James open for a 3. He didn't get it. Rebound tapped to the floor. It's saved by Wendell. Ahead to Berman. And now KD across midcourt. Tied, or Tennessee leads Auburn 15-13. Wendell Green off the left side. Auburn's gone 8 minutes without scoring a field goal. We're at the 7:30 mark of the first half. 15-13 Tennessee. Wendell, top of the circle. Off the left side, KD. Skip pass, right side, Jalen to the hole, goes up, he missed it. He missed the dunk, and Auburn runs out of time.
Well,
Uroš Plavsic still yelling at the Auburn bench from the Tennessee bench. Timeout on the floor. 7:16 to go, first half. Tennessee 15, Auburn 13. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Thanks for choosing Whataburger. What can I get started for you? At Whataburger, each meal is made to order, so you can always get exactly what you crave. If that's a Whataburger What a Meal, you got it. But if you're in the mood for something a little more you, like a Whataburger with grilled onions, crispy bacon, and creamy pepper sauce, go for it. March to the beat of your own drum. Bite into the beef of your own Whataburger creation. Whataburger, just like you like it.
We've all fallen into boring routines. We just keep doing what has to get done. Isn't it time to escape the old routine and make time for yourself? Make time to go out with old friends. Make time to add excitement back into your life. Make time to feel like a winner again. Life is more fun when you live it. So what are you waiting for? Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AU Sports Network. Now back to more Auburn basketball.
7:16 to go in the first half. Tennessee by 2 over Auburn, 15-13 in Knoxville. First half today presented by Southern Union. Conveniently located just a few miles from Auburn, Southern Union offers classes that easily transfer to the university. Endless opportunities are right up the road. Auburn is 0 of its last 10 from the field.
And only down 2. That's because they got off to a good start. The Tigers have been able to go without scoring for 2 minutes, without a field goal for 8 minutes, missed their last 10, and it's still just a 2-point game because Tennessee is shooting just 26% at 6 of 23. Here's the thing you don't like in the trend that's got to change. Tennessee has 5 offensive rebounds. Yeah. Auburn has 1. Auburn has 4 turnovers. Tennessee has 1. That's led to 6 more field goal attempts for Tennessee. You know, you can't give them 15 more shot attempts throughout the course of the game and expect to score a road win over the number 2 team in the country. Now, been watching during the timeout. The officials have been meeting. Rick Barnes immediately went out to the free throw line to visit with one of the officials for a good 30 or 40 seconds at the beginning of this timeout, and they've been huddled and talking near the baseline ever since. When you start out not calling much of anything, you tend to lose control of a game. And we've already seen a double foul. We've seen a technical foul on Plavsic. So it'll be interesting to see now for the final 7:16 of this half how this game is called relative to how it was called earlier.
Can't be surprised at how this game's being called, though.
Nope.
4 fouls apiece.
Yeah.
Here in this first half of play. 7:16 to go in the first, and Auburn trails 15-13. Auburn's only point, in about the last 7 minutes, is a free throw by K.D. Johnson. Zep Jasper back into the lineup. It's Auburn's starting 5 of Green, Jasper, Flanagan, Williams, and Broom. Auburn does not have Dylan Cardwell on the trip. I thought Yohan Traore was just fine in his stint playing the 5 for Auburn.
Agreed. Both these teams very on brand from a defensive standpoint through the first 13 minutes of this game.
So starting 5 for Tennessee, other than Awaka, is out there at the 4 for the Vols. James, Vescovy to Ziegler. 19 to shoot, left wing. Awaka looking underneath for Kamwa. Free throw line. Kamwa has it. Off the left side for James. To the free throw line. Pull up 17-footer. Good.
Yep, he shed Flanagan, lowered his shoulder a little bit, but then Allen stumbled. So he was free, was James, for the jumper at the foul line. Again, that's his sweet spot.
He has 9 points in the first half to lead all scorers. Tennessee by 4. Wendell to the top. Wing Vescovy. Vescovy down to the low post. Awaka. Wing Vescovy. Vescovy down to the low post. Awaka out to the top for Ziegler. Right side, 8 to shoot. Ziegler loses the handle, gets it back. High post pass for Kamwa. 18-footer, in and out. And the rebound pulled in by Wendell Green Jr. for Auburn.
Smallest guy on the floor. Went and got the rebound.
6 minutes to go in the first. Auburn trails by 4, 17-13. Wendell at the top, picked up by Tobey Awaka. And he knocks home a three.
Boy.
A logo three for Icy Wen. That cuts the lead to one. It's 18-17. Kamwa, right wing, Vescovy. Vescovy to Ziegler. Right side of the lane, hanging one-hander. He missed it, got his own rebound. Boy, got to cut down on the offensive boards. Low post, Kamwa against Janai. Off the right side, off the glass. Good, nicely played.
Yeah, that's just a good shot by Kamwa. Janai hadn't played well defensively. Shot the shot leaning to his right.
Tennessee by 3, 19-16, 5:14 to go. First half of play. Wendell Green on the right-hand dribble, working on Zakai Ziegler. Lobs it down the right side on the wing for Flanagan. At the top, Broom, left wing, Wendell. Bounce pass, Jalen Williams. Banging with Kamwa. Turnaround jumper for Jalen, he didn't get it. And the rebound to James for Tennessee.
So setting the shot that Auburn opened the game with.
Vescovy, baseline left. At the top, Kamwa. Bounce pass underneath, knocked away nicely by Broom. 2 Jasper, 2 Green. Auburn 5-on-4 the other way. Wendell, top of the circle, free throw line, down the lane. Leaves it for Janai. Up for the shot, and he gets smacked from behind by James. And Janai is on the floor. Boy, there was no attempt to block that shot by Josiah Jordan James.
No, it was just a slash. That's all that was. And the officials may take a look, or at least they're going to come over and talk to Bruce Pearl.
Well, they're telling.
They're going to give him a warning.
Yeah, they're going to tell Bruce to get back.
Boy.
Yeah, they're not going to listen to what he said.
Right.
They're just going to tell him to get back.
They tell Rick Barnes that when he was at the foul line?
I didn't see that, Brad. But again, we don't broadcast for Tennessee, do we?
No, we don't.
Broom at the line for 2 for Auburn. He has 6 points. And he missed the first free throw. Here comes Chris Moore into the lineup. Phillips and Adu for Tennessee. Out of the game for Auburn, Jalen Williams. And it would appear that Awaka has perhaps a cut on his left knee, and here comes Uroš Plavčić.
Maybe blood on the floor.
Yeah, blood on the floor.
Well, I would expect that in this kind of game.
Tennessee's gone to its bench. Auburn's gone to its bench as they wipe up what we think is blood on the floor down the right side of the lane. When play resumes,
turn around and call the game.
Yeah, when play resumes, Janai will be at the line trying to cut the lead to 2. 4:36 in the first half. Tennessee 19, Auburn 16. This game is at the pace that Tennessee wants, Brad.
It is, yes, you're right.
They don't lose games like this very often when it's this kind of plodding pace.
You're right, and Auburn, when it has pushed the tempo, has been able to, I mean, the only fast break points of the game have been scored by Auburn, and so the Tigers would prefer a faster tempo. I think they finally got the blood cleaned up. This near side official here has been looking into our huddle the entire time.
He's the same one that told Bruce to get back.
Yeah.
After Josiah Jordan James took a shot at Janai Broom, who was going up for a basket for Auburn.
You don't want an official who's looking for a fight. There's enough guys in orange and white doing that already.
All right, Janai knock home the free throw, cut the lead to 2 with 4:36 to go in the first half. Janai gets the second to fall, and Auburn cuts the lead to 2. It's 19-17. Tennessee basketball, Ziegler. Across midcourt for the Vols with a screen. Into the key. Lobs it off the right side. It's stolen. Chris Moore ahead to Zep Jasper. Hands the ball back to Wendell Green.
It was Wendell who deflected. It was Wendell who was bleeding a minute ago, too.
Off the right wing, Flanagan penetrates, kicks it left side. Wendell, a 3 for the lead. It's no good. Weak side rebound pulled in by Adu for Tennessee. To Vescovy up the floor for the Vols. Vescovy on the right wing. Hands the ball to Adu between the circles. Gets the ball to Zakai. Ziegler tried to turn the corner. Jasper cut him off. Vescovy left side 3. No. Long rebound. Flanagan pulls it down for Auburn. Starts the break. Wendell gets almost pushed out of bounds by Ziegler. Penetrates to the hole. Goes up for the shot. And he got slammed to the floor by Vescovy.
You could hear the slap of the skin from here. So Wendell gets to go to the free throw line.
And he'll do it after a timeout. 3:51 to go in the first half. Wendell Green at the line for 2 when we return. Tennessee 19, Auburn 17. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Live Sports Radio, bringing you inside Neville Arena for all the action of men's and women's basketball game day with no delay. Every dunk, block shot, and steal, plus all the analysis from our Hall of Fame coaches, all with no delay. $25 new or $10 to reprogram the one you already have. Also, use it for every broadcast of home baseball and softball games this spring, all with no delay. With Live Sports Radio, presented by Alpha Insurance.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
Do you want to know the secret to making a Whataburger? The secret is, there is no secret. It's simple. We make every Whataburger hot, fresh, and made to order with our never frozen 100% American beef patties, crisp, juicy veggies, fresh toasted buns, and most importantly, we don't start cooking until after you order. Now, if you want to know an actual secret, I put grilled jalapenos on my Whataburger. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Back at Thompson Bowling Arena with a check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. Number 14, Marquette leads Butler 25-20. 3 minutes to go in the first half there. Oklahoma State is pouring it on number 15 TCU in Stillwater. It's 41-27 Cowboys as they approach halftime there. Under 4 minutes in Nashville, Vanderbilt back in front of Ole Miss by 1, 62-61, 3:45 to go. All the scores, a look around Auburn Athletics, plus stats from the first half coming up on the Conecuh Sausage halftime show. That is in 3 minutes and 51 seconds of game action. And Andy Bertram, there will be plenty of game action in that 3 minutes and 51 seconds.
There has been plenty of game action early on in this one today. It has been incredibly physical. And to no one's surprise, I mean, Bruce Pearl's talked about this, how physical it's going to be since post-game on Wednesday against Georgia.
No, this staff has done a good job of setting the expectation with their team for this game. You haven't seen Auburn questioning or pleading for foul calls or complaining about the lack of whistles for the most part.
We're doing that for them.
No, I'm taking care of that. Yeah, no, I take a lot of that on myself. I need to not do it so much. But and that's the sign of a mature team, a sign of a team that's been well prepared for the environment and the style of game that they were going to get today.
Boy, Tennessee really big right now. 6'11" Adu and 7'1" Plavsic into the game right now. Wendell Green Jr. goes to the line for two. Auburn basketball brought to you in part by Ford. Check out the Ford F-150 at your local Ford dealer. F-150, official truck of the Auburn Tigers. First free throw by Wendell Green Jr. is good. That gives him 107 made free throws this season. That leads the Southeastern Conference. Another made free throw here, and the game would be tied with 3:51 to go in the first half. And he missed it. Auburn right now 5 of 8 from the charity stripe. Tennessee ball. Tennessee by 1. Ziegler at the point. Right wing pass for B.J. Edwards into the lineup. Down the right side, it was Key. Gets the ball underneath. Shot is up with the left hand and good by number 2. Julian Phillips. And Tennessee leads by 3 with 3:25 and counting to go in the first half of play. Wendell across midcourt. 2 Broom. Right wing Flanagan. Down the lane. Goes to the basket. Goes up for the shot. He didn't get it. Rebound Tennessee. Outlet Ziegler. Up the left side for Key on the wing. Now back to the top for Zakai Ziegler. Tennessee by 3 with the ball. 3:03 in the first half. Auburn just 28% from the field. Auburn opened up very well from the field, but has cooled off considerably. Ziegler on the wing. Down the right side, Phillips against Flanagan. Turnaround jumper. No. He was the only Auburn player down there. There were 3 Tennessee players. I guess he fouled them all. He'll come out, and Williams comes in.
Oh, goodness. we saw a little bit of a replay anyway. And
Tennessee by 3 with the ball. 2:11 in the first half. Phillips working on Moore. Low post for Key against Jasper. Goes up. Nope. Fade away Key. Good.
Zepp couldn't have done any more than he did there. He shoulder blocked him 3 times.
Biggest lead of the first half for Tennessee at 5. 23-18. 1:51 to go in the first half. Wendell penetrates down the lane. Hangs goes up. Gets knocked to the floor. Ball kicked out of bounds by Tennessee. Auburn just getting nothing right now underneath the basket.
Yep.
Nothing is being called. Auburn ball, 19 to shoot, baseline left. KD is into the lineup, replacing Zepp Jasper. Williams back into the line. Williams, Moore, Broom, KD, and Wendell. Inbound to Chris Moore. Bounce pass for Broom in the lane. Up with about 7. Didn't get it with the turnaround. Rebound to Tennessee. Tennessee by 5 and with the ball, 1:35 to go in the first half. Ziegler, right sideline against KD. Down the right side, and Wendell Green stole it. Wendell across midcourt, top of the circle. Kicks it left side, KD. Spins on the wing against Key. Top of the circle, Broom now back to KD. Down the lane, goes to the basket, whistle and a foul. Thank you. KD will go to the line for 2.
You tell KD your mission is to get to the basket, and it doesn't matter what you have to walk through to get there, and he'll do it.
Tyreek Key, the grad student from Indiana State, is into the lineup. He was a Tennessee Mr. Basketball here in 2017, and it's a 1 in bonus, so it was not on the shot.
Yeah, I thought it was on the shot. That's a good point. This should be 2. Yeah. I just looked up and saw the 7th team foul and thought it was 1 and 1, but it is 2.
Okay. Auburn down by 5, 23-18, and a missed free throw.
It's a 5-point game, and Auburn's left 4 points at the free throw line.
Yeah. Second free throw from KD. This one is good. Auburn trails by 4, 1:16 to go in the first half in Knoxville. Tennessee basketball. Ziegler, left wing against Wendell. Top of the circle for Adu. Loses the basketball, comes to Ziegler. Ziegler, Adu between the circles. One dribble, now to Ziegler. Down the left side of the lane. Underneath for Plavsic, he missed it. Got his own rebound. Goes up and gets fouled. Not a bad idea to foul this guy.
Nope.
Because he shoots 40% from the free throw line. He'll go to the line for a couple.
They got Chris Moore on the foul. But you're right. 3 jerseys convened and all took part, I think, in the foul of Plavsic.
Yeah. Senior out of Serbia. Transferred to Tennessee from Arizona State. His career high 19 points against Kentucky in that loss here. Free throw is missed. Back on January 14th, he was 9 of 11 that day. Oscar Tshiebwe was just better.
Yep.
Ziegler out and Meshack in for Tennessee. I don't know if he'll run the point or if they'll leave that up to Key. Second free throw from Plavsic. He missed them both. Rebound, Jalen Williams. Auburn down 4, 51 seconds to go in the first half. Green works at the top to Jalen Williams. Back to the left side for Wendell. Wendell inside the arc, now back out. Top of the circle, Williams. Wendell Green down the right side. Step back to the free throw line. To the baseline for Broom. Janai backing up against Plavsic. 6 to shoot. Fade away on the baseline. It didn't go. Rebound, Jalen back up in a crowd. No. Rebound tapped up and missed. Rebound underneath Plavsic. Timeout Tennessee with 18.9 seconds to go in the first half. You got to make the shot underneath.
Yeah, the first shot was really tough, but you had a couple of opportunities on offensive rebounds, and those have been rare today in and of themselves. So just a missed opportunity. Tennessee is really tough. They contest everything defensively, and Auburn could not convert.
Tennessee has out-rebounded Auburn 25-18 in this first half. Auburn 1 of 11 from 3. Tennessee 1 of 8.
And the only shot out of Auburn's last 19 that they've made is that long logo 3 by Wendell.
And yet it's still a 4-point game.
4-point ball game.
On
that's
the road
exactly
at
right.
number 2 Tennessee.
Yeah, and that's because defensively Auburn's been on top of their assignment.
Wendell Green, I mean, look what he's done out at the top. Look what Zep Jasper, Katie Johnson have done against Vescovy and Ziegler. They haven't scored in the first half.
Wendell Green so far, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He's only credited with 1 steal, but he had at least 1 more deflection that led to a steal.
Ziegler, Vescovy, Kamwa, Phillips, and Adu for Tennessee. Ziegler across midcourt, 16 seconds in the first half. Tennessee leads Auburn by 4, 12 seconds in the first half. Ziegler gets a screen. Picked up by KD. In the arc, step back 3 ball. Didn't get it. Rebound Broom, 2 seconds, down to 1, just inside midcourt, KD.
Traditions. We'll start with the check of scores in the SEC. And one other game that's in progress now, and that's happening in Nashville, where Vanderbilt is taking control over the last 2-3 minutes of the ballgame. The Commodores took a 1-point lead into the under 4 timeout, and now with just under a minute to go, it's Vanderbilt 72, Ole Miss 64. And Tyron Lawrence having a big day for Vanderbilt. The junior has 18 points and 10 rebounds to lead the Doors, who are in search of their 4th conference win of the year. All of the other action is still to come. In about 35 minutes, they'll get underway in Columbia, South Carolina. Gamecocks at home against Arkansas. Razorbacks were 4-5 in the first half of the SEC season, and they start the back half of the slate on the road in Gamecock territory. Coming up in progress now, number 11 Baylor blowing out Texas Tech in Waco. It's 87-57. Further,
COVID and flu vaccines to anyone 6 months and open this lane. And a whistle and a foul to reach in on Zep Jasper, and that's probably going to be a shooting foul for Santiago Vescovy. And it will be. Vescovy, the senior from Uruguay, 12.2 points, 4.5 rebounds, nearly 3 assists per game. And he is money in the last 4 minutes of games. 75 of 85 from the free throw line in the last 4 minutes of games in his career.
Had a lot of growing up to do, and he was really pressed for playing time early last season.
Almost here for the 2nd annual War Eagle Run Fest. Fly down the field, finish on the 50-yard line for the half marathon, 5K, or the Kids Mile. Go to wareaglerunfest.com to sign up. 2nd of 2 short. It's just odd to see Wendell miss free throws.
Yeah.
And he's 2 of 4 today. But you can see that one went at Williams. Turnaround jumper against James. It didn't go. Broom went for the rebound. No, and a whistle and a foul.
Well, they're not going to get Janai, are they? No.
No, they got that on Tennessee. And I'm not sure who I think they got Kamwa.
That's who they indicated.
Olivier Kamwa called for the foul. Second crack for Auburn, down 4 with 17-11.
Oh, yeah, okay.
In the second half, you see it in the replay?
Yeah, it wasn't on the initial jump by Janai, but as he was coming down, his forearm got there near his face.
Auburn basketball, 16 to shoot. Broom, Jalen, head fake at 3. Now to Williams, or Green on the wing. To the top, Williams, 3 ball, no. Long rebound run down by Flanagan. Down 4, Auburn ball. Right wing, Allen. Flanagan kicks it.
Longer passes.
Jalen Williams will take this inbound pass. Broom, right side, Flanagan, 6 to shoot. Wendell, 3 ball in the air, no good. Foul, nope. And I think, you know what, it might be the
Probably
right call.
The right call.
Yeah. Ziegler at the free throw line makes it, and Tennessee will have the ball out of bounds. Keep that in your back pocket at the other end of the floor, please.
All right,
Tennessee by 5, 26-21.
Can't afford to let down the effort or the intensity at all here. This could be a swing point in the ball game.
Auburn just can't buy a field goal right now.
No.
Tennessee ball, Vescovy. Around the perimeter, comes to Ziegler, right side of the circle. Ziegler against Wendell Green. To Vescovy, got a screen. Drives baseline, through the lane. Out to the top. James wide open 3. Nope. Rebound comes to Flanagan.
Got to take advantage of these misses.
You're not kidding. Allen in the lane. Out to the top. Jalen head fake at 3. Right wing goes to Flanagan at baseline. Works against Adu to the hole. Out of bounds.
Auburn's starting to get frustrated by the lack of success offensively, and not all of it is because of Tennessee's defense. So a lot of it is, but Auburn is getting some open looks. They're just not falling.
Auburn back to the first half now, one of its last 22 from the field. Tennessee with the basketball in a 5-point lead, 26-21. Ziegler picked up by Wendell down the left side. Top of the circle, James penetrates. James bounce pass through it right to Jalen Williams. Auburn on the break. Wendell Green across midcourt. Weaves his way through traffic to the baseline. It comes for Janai up with the left hand. Good.
Boy, he got hammered, too, when he went up. My goodness.
9 points for Wendell. Trims the lead to 3. 26-23. Tennessee. And there is a steal. Flanagan ahead with Wendell. Flanagan to the hole. Gets hammered by Adu. And Allen will go to the line to shoot 2. Back and forth we go. 15-21 to go. The second half.
We need Jim Ross to call the remaining 15
kidding.
and a half.
What would he say? Give me the score in Jim Ross voice.
I'm not doing
Come
it.
on.
No.
15-21 to go in the second half. Tennessee 26, Auburn 21. Auburn shooting free throws when we come back. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Hey, I'm Charles Barkley. Call for a Redmont and water at bars and restaurants throughout the great state of Alabama. Redmont Vodka, available at select ABC stores and package stores. Redmont Vodka is 8 times distilled, gluten-free, and is made from non-GMO corn. Looking to support a local business? Redmont Distilling is Alabama proud at redmontdistilling.com.
You've got advanced prostate cancer, but you're not waiting around. You want straight talk. The facts about Orgovix.
Orgovix Relagolix 120 milligram prescription tablets is a treatment for adults with advanced prostate cancer. Orgovix can cause harm to an unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during treatment and for 2 weeks after Orgovix treatment. The most common side effects include hot flushes, increased blood sugar and blood fat levels, muscle and joint pain, decreased blood hemoglobin levels, increased liver enzymes, tiredness, constipation, and diarrhea.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Alabama Power. At Alabama Power, we give 100% to achieve 99.9% dependability. Our commitment helps deliver.
Hathaway Home Services donates $25 to Coach Pearl's Outlive Cancer Initiative, benefiting local cancer patients and treatment centers.
You better buy a shirt today.
Yeah, well, and there is time to do that. That's a great point. You can buy your shirt, go to Outlive. In the Outlive game at Neville Arena, it will be game day. Goodness gracious, what a day, what a weekend.
Oh, yeah, women's basketball against South Carolina Thursday, gymnastics against LSU Friday, and then men's basketball against Alabama Saturday with game day in town.
Yes, indeed. And that is your Outlive, Dave. Make sure you have that shirt. Make sure you wear that shirt a week from today at Neville Arena.
Andy Fast have to play under control against Tennessee. This defense is too good, as we've seen today. But fast break points, Auburn has an 8-0 edge over 23 and a half minutes into this ball game. So, and as we saw there, they got another trip to the free throw line because Alan Flanagan pushed the ball up the floor after the turnover. So I think trying to speed the tempo of this game up and get it to where Auburn wants it to be, that'll be a key here in the second half.
Allen will be at the line to shoot 2 for the Tigers. The senior out of Little Rock, Arkansas, Parkview Magnet, a 75% free throw shooter this season. First is good. 3 points on the day for Allen. Came in with 35 career double-figure games. And he knocks home both. And Auburn has trimmed the lead to 1. It's 26-25 Tennessee. Ball basketball. Ziegler between the rings. Left wing. On the wing, it's Meshack. Picked up by Flanagan. To Vescovy, top of the circle. Hands to Adu against Johan Traor, in for Auburn at the 5. Now Ziegler picked up by KD. 10 to shoot. Ziegler gets a screen. Kicks it left wing. Down to the baseline. Meshack up and good.
I think Auburn's okay with Meshack shooting baseline jumpers. That time Wendell a little bit late to recover defensively. Jalen couldn't get out there in time.
28-25 Tennessee, 14-44 in the second half. At the top, 3-ball Wendell. Go in and out to tie it. He missed it.
It's halfway down, wasn't it?
Rebound Vescovy. Ahead up the right side. On the right side, Meshack. And a steal against Williams, or rather Green, but Wendell got him and he knew it. Second foul on Wendell. He was shaking his head. He knew that he got a piece of the body going for that steal.
May have been a little bit of a frustration foul after seeing that three-point shot go halfway down and pop out.
I think it hit two sides on the inside of the rim and came out. Tennessee ball, 14:31 in the second. 28-25 balls. At the top, it's Ziegler. Ziegler off the screen, down the lane, wide open down the lane. He missed the bunny, and Wendell gets the rebound. Wow, he missed a wide open 5-footer. Wendell across midcourt. Tigers down 3 and with the ball. Green works on Ziegler. Top of the circle for Traore. Right back to Wendell. Right wing for Flanagan. Outside the arc. Bounce pass into the corner for Jalen. Top of the circle, Flanagan. 3-ball to tie it at the top. Good! We're tied! Flanagan knocks home the 3. 28 apiece. 13:55 in the second half. Ziegler against Wendell. 3-ball by Ziegler. Nothing but the front of the iron. Rebounded ahead, KD. KD to the wing. Wendell penetrates to the basket. Gets cut off. Needs to get rid of it. Out of the lane. Loses it. Ball is still loose. Tennessee ball. And here is Ziegler. 5-on-4 the other way. Ziegler wide open. 3-ball off the left side. Missed. Rebound Williams for Auburn. Tied at 28, Auburn ball.
What a sequence.
Woo, 13:24 to go, second half. KD on the wing. Picks up the dribble. Williams now to Wendell.
Take a little time.
18 to shoot. Wendell hits Williams at the top, left wing KD. Top of the circle, Wendell to Johan. Hands the ball to Flanagan. Allen backs up with 8 to shoot. Flanagan off the left side. 4 to shoot. Flanagan rises up for a 3. He didn't get it. And the rebound to Tennessee.
They're gassed. Everybody's gassed right now.
Ziegler, left wing. Cut off by Traore. Top of the circle, Adu. Low post and a reach-in foul on Jalen Williams. Against Tobe Awaka. Second foul on Jalen.
I understand if that's the way they're going to call the game. Just the observation is that was not a foul in the first half.
Agreed.
But we're not in the first half anymore.
Donaldson is in for Auburn, replacing Wendell Green Jr. Broom in, replacing Traore at the 5.
Good minutes again for Johan.
I agree. Auburn without Dylan Cardwell today. Ill back in Auburn. Tennessee ball. In the corner, Vescovy 3. Nope. Weak side rebound underneath Tennessee. Missed. Rebound again, Tennessee. Good.
Can't give them 3 chances. Yeah. They're going to score.
Awaka got the 3rd and he put it in. Tennessee by 2. 30-28. Boy, they're just, those offensive rebounds killed Auburn a year ago here. On the right wing, Jalen Williams. Inside the arc, it's Broom. To the basket, Janai up with a shot. It was blocked. Tennessee ball. Vescovy, watch out for the 3. Vescovy on the wing. Inside the arc, low post, loses it. Ball is loose. Here's Jalen Williams up the floor. Right sideline for Donaldson. Trey out to the wing. KD wide open 3 for the lead. Didn't get it. And the rebound, Broom loses it out of bounds.
No, he saved it.
He threw it off of Vescovy. Nicely played by Janai Broom. Takes us to a timeout break. 11:58 to go in the second. Tennessee 30. Auburn 28. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Download the Auburn Game Day app. Find tickets, skip concession lines, be a part of game day giveaways, shop the latest Auburn gear, stay current with a comprehensive social media stream, participate in game day light shows, plus listen to every Auburn Sports Network broadcast, even when multiple games are happening simultaneously on the official mobile app of Auburn Athletics, the Auburn Game Day app. Get it today.
Are you looking to advance your career without putting your life on hold? Consider the flexibility of an online MBA at Auburn University's Harvard College of Business. Ranked among the nation's best by U.S. News and World Report, our 100% online MBA program provides the flexibility you need to pursue a degree while maintaining your personal and professional life. Learn more at harvard.auburn.edu.
When you see the SEC student athlete, it's easy to picture the swing, the stance, the form. But look closer, and you'll see the heart, the brain, the clutch lab partner, the avid two-stepper. the pride of a hometown and a little brother's hero. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Back at Thompson Bowling Arena, where they just pulled the old, you think they're event staff, but they're actually a dance team.
No.
Gag.
I think that was the event staff. I do.
You think that was the genuine event staff?
If it wasn't, they should have gotten better dancers.
I got some.
Just here to say it. I wouldn't have had the guts to do it. I'll guarantee you that.
No. All right. Not many would have to have looked like that.
Go on. Moving on.
Moving on to the Yellowwood scoreboard. Vanderbilt held off Ole Miss in Nashville, 74-71. Commodores get to 4-6 in the league, and the Rebels drop to 0-9, and they're just underway in Columbia. Arkansas has the first field goal of the game at South Carolina. We'll keep you up to speed here as we go throughout our remaining 11:58. The second half of this game is presented by Wind Creek Casino and Hotel, with 3 Alabama locations in Atmore, Montgomery, and Wetumpka. You can escape every day at Wind Creek Hotel and Casino and online at windcreek.com. First to 50.
Maybe first to 40.
It very well could be. Woo.
30-28, Tennessee leads Auburn ball. 19 on the shot clock coming out of this timeout break. Along with Brad Law, I'm Andy Burcham from. Oh, and KD Johnson. Couldn't find the fifth.
He was
KD.
Hiding behind BP in the corner.
KD over here in the left corner. Auburn ball out of bounds. Baseline right. Berman will trigger. Leor tried to get it to Berman. It never got there. Tennessee basketball. With 11:57 to go in the second half.
And Leor just pats his chest. My bad.
Yep. Tennessee by 2, 30-28. Vescovy running the point right now for the Vols. Working on KD. Right wing pass for James. At the top, it's Plavcic. Couple dribbles to the right wing, picks it up, hands to James there. Drives baseline. Out to the wing. Kamwa, top of the circle. Phillips to the wing. James up from 17. Good. His first bucket of the second half. He's the first in double figures in the contest with 11. Broom at the top, Moore. Right wing, Donaldson to Moore. Open 3 ball. It was in and came out.
My goodness.
That was down the cylinder 3/4 and rimmed out.
That got a lot of net before it came out.
Oh, and Plavcic just threw an elbow into the back of the head of KD Johnson.
He's gonna leave this game. The official saw it.
They're going to review this as KD came across midcourt. It appeared. Now let me say this. It appeared that Plavcic put an elbow into the back of the head of KD. Maybe not.
It was the shoulder, but it was definitely forced intentional contact.
It was a screen just across midcourt. And they're going to review it.
He put his right shoulder. Now
into the back of the neck of KD.
Yep. And KD's head snapped back.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This could go either way.
Boy, by the letter of the law, I don't know that that's flagrant.
Tennessee's going to have the basketball. They're not going to call it.
Wow.
They're not going to call it.
They're not going to call anything.
Nope. They'll just resume play with 22 on the shot clock. And Plavcic remains in the ball game for Tennessee. 1 year ago, he threw an elbow into the left shoulder of Walker Kessler. And it wasn't going for a basket. It was a dirty shot. It was not called in that ball game. He has it, left wing. Hands the ball on the wing, left side. Now to the top of the circle for Vescovy. Tennessee by 4, 11 minutes to go in the second half. Kamwa against Chris Moore. To Vescovy. Head fake at 3, inside the arc, 15-footer, good.
Yeah, he got KD off his feet. He was able to drive for a closer, uncontested shot.
Biggest lead of the game for Tennessee at 6. 34-28, 6-0 run for the Vols, and Vescovi called for a foul trying to defend K.D. Johnson. Second foul on Vescovi. That is the third foul against Tennessee. Auburn has been whistled. Excuse me, that is the fourth foul against Tennessee. Auburn has been whistled for 5. Moore will trigger down the sideline to Broom. Berman at the top. Johnson, KD against Vescovi. Got a screen from Broom. Double team near the corner to the wing for Leor. Penetrates down the lane. Head fake. Up and under. He didn't get it. Boy, it's just not falling right now, friends.
So that's a walk.
Flap just falls down, rolls down, and here's Tennessee the other way. It's just not falling right now for Auburn. 6-0 run for the Vols. Down the lane, Phillips to the hole, missed it. May have been blocked. Here's Auburn the other way. Donaldson between the circles. Trey in the key. Auburn down 6. 34-28, approaching the midway mark of the second half. Off the right wing, Trey Donaldson. Goes baseline. Cut off. Free throw line for Broom. Janai backing Plavcic down. 7 to shoot. Fadeaway by Janai. Didn't get it. Rebound Berman. Out to the top. KD to cut the lead in half. He missed it. And James gets the rebound. Auburn has missed its last 8 shots. Is one of its last 10 from the field. James between the rings. Tennessee by 6 in the ball. Vescovi on the right wing. Working on KD. 13 to shoot for Tennessee. Top of the circle. Whistle foul. Away from the ball. It's going to go against KD. Working on Vescovi. And that will bring Wendell Green Jr., Jalen Williams in. Donaldson and Moore sit down for Auburn. Zakai Ziegler into the lineup for the Vols. Replacing Vescovi. Preferred tractor, the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. And we have a timeout. 8:05 and out of bounds off of KD Johnson. Tennessee basketball out of bounds, baseline left.
Tennessee has 13 offensive rebounds in the game.
Ziegler between the circles. Adu outside the arc, rights Tennessee again by 8. 40-32. Wendell for Traore. Down the baseline right for KD Johnson. Working on Vescovi. Spins on Vescovi to the hole. He got it. Somehow, some way. Got it to fall. Back to a 6-point lead. 4:51 in the second half. 40-34 Vols with the basketball. Left wing, James wide open 3. Oh, he missed it. And Traore gets the rebound. Outlet Wendell Green up the floor for the Tigers. Wendell between the circles, working on Vescovi. Here comes Chris Moore in the lineup for Auburn along with Janai Broom at the next break. KD Johnson at the point working on Ziegler. Crossover down the lane to the hole. Nobody's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
They got the switch defensively, and so KD working there against Ziegler had a little height advantage, and his first step is as quick as anybody else in the SEC. You could see they cleared the left side of the floor, got everybody on the right, and left the lane open for KD to drive.
No one gets you closer to college basketball than SiriusXM. Download the SiriusXM app. Take your Auburn Tigers with you all season long. Tune in to SiriusXM SEC Radio for news, talk, analysis, and more. Straight from your phone, no car required. Free throw, good. KD hit the iron, rolled on the iron, hit the glass, and fell through.
To repaint those rims after today.
8 points for KD Johnson. Flanagan gets a rest, so does Traore. With Broom back into the lineup and Semo. To cut the lead to 4 right here. Right-hander out of Atlanta. Rises, makes the free throw.
That's 10 points for KD. Yep. That is 50 in his career in 3 games against Tennessee.
7 points in the second half for KD Johnson. The lead is 4. 40-36 Tennessee. 4:16 on a counting clock in the second half. Shot clock at 16. Kamwa outside the arc, right side. Hands to Ziegler there. Provides a screen. Ziegler on the wing, picked up by Wendell, who fought through the screen. Long 3, Ziegler, no. Rebound KD. Auburn basketball down 4. 3:58 in the second half. KD Johnson a screen from Broom. Left side of the lane to the free throw line. 18-footer. It's in and out. Rebound to the floor. Get the jump ball. Nope, Tennessee basketball. Good job by Adu to get rid of the ball. Oh my goodness, that was almost down by KD. Ziegler at the top. James penetrates down the lane, in the lane. Left side. Kamwa up. No. Rebound tapped up. Out of bounds, they say, off of Broom.
Oh.
Timeout on the floor. 3:24 to go, second half. Tennessee 40, Auburn 36, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Tiger Talk has been Auburn's weekly coaches show for over 30 years. Join Bruce Pearl and other Auburn coaches every Thursday night at 6 Central. Send questions by tweeting at AU Sports Network or by emailing aubtigertalk@gmail.com. Tiger Talk is presented by Alpha Insurance. Don't miss Tiger Talk, Thursdays at 6 Central, only on the Auburn Sports Network.
This just in, Auburn Bank has completed their 114th year of serving their community.
This next one goes out to Auburn Bank, champions of you.
Touchdown, Auburn Bank! The champions of you are 114-0!
Welcome to Auburn Bank. How can we help?
I hear y'all are undefeated.
Helping you achieve your financial goals is our goal. Visit championsofyou.com to see how we can serve you. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
.324 to go in the second half. This is not a typo. Tennessee 40, Auburn 36.
Well, yeah, I said earlier Auburn has experience this year winning a game in the 40s. I said that in the back of my mind thinking, well, they won't be in the 40s at the end. Surely it will be in the 50s or 60s, but nope, doesn't look like it.
Auburn won a game in the 40s earlier this year.
Cancun, yeah.
Against a team that's near the top of the Big Ten standings right now, Northwestern.
Auburn is good on out-of-bounds plays offensively. They're not bad defensively either, and they do a lot of work in their film sessions and their shoot-arounds and practice on out-of-bounds defense. This is a big play. Auburn has been able to hold Tennessee now without a field goal, Andy, for the last, well, they're one of their last 9, and Tennessee hasn't scored in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, they haven't scored since the free throws by Josiah Jordan-James, who leads everyone today with 15. Auburn's leading scorer off the bench is KD Johnson, who has 10, 7 coming here in the second half of play. And we've seen KD in his career take over games late. Remember what he did at Missouri last year in the last minute? Remember what he did in overtime at Mississippi State.
KD had a whale of a second half against West Virginia a week ago, too. It was a losing effort, but still a tremendous game.
Green, Johnson, Broom, Williams, and Flanagan for Auburn. Out of bounds, baseline right, Ziegler for Tennessee. To Vescovi, open for a 3. He didn't get it. Flanagan got the rebound for Auburn.
Boy, they set a screen for Vescovi.
They got the shot they wanted.
Exactly what they wanted.
Williams between the circles. Auburn down by 4 with the ball. 3:10 in the second half. Big possession. KD down the lane, goes down, he walked. He lost his balance.
And the Auburn bench is arguing he took 2 steps before he went down. And that it shouldn't have been a whistle, but you're going to get that call made.
Tennessee ball. 4-point lead, balls. 3 minutes to go, second half. Ziegler against KD. Left side, Vescovi. Down the lane to the wing for Ziegler and a 3. He didn't get it. Rebound underneath. Williams fouled from behind by Jonas Adu.
And that's the 7th team foul on Tennessee, so Jalen's going to shoot 1 and 1 on the other end.
Points with the clock stopped, Sonny.
Points with the clock dead are so important.
And Jalen Williams is at the line. It's a 1 in bonus.
We miss Sonny on these road trips. How much fun do you think he'd be having right now?
A lot.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams has been held to 2 points that came in the first half. These potentially are 2 enormous free throws here. It's a 1 in bonus for Jalen. With 2:49 to go in the second half, and Auburn down by 4. First is good. Nestles in and falls through. 3-point game, 2:49 to go. Second free throw. Yes.
Ooh. Calm like a veteran stepping up there to knock down the free throws.
2-point game, 40-38, 2:45 second half Tennessee ball. They've missed their last 5 field goals. One of their last 11. Ziegler against Williams. Fell down, maintained the dribble. Gets it on the wing for Vescovy and a 3. It's good, and he got fouled on the play.
Boy, Bruce Pearl is arguing vehemently for a flop.
Yeah.
We will get a replay on the big board up here.
His first 3 of the day gives him 48 this season.
What a time for them to hit just their second 3-point shot of the game.
Chance for a 4-point play for the Vols, and Vescovy knocks it home.
All right.
Down 44-38. Auburn ball, 2:31.
Well,
they come to their feet here in Knoxville. Bounce pass KD. Top of the circle, penetrates down the lane. Onto the wing, Jalen for 3. It's no good. Rebound, Broom knocked to the floor. Off of Broom, out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that's the right call.
I think you knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, but I think he got knocked down.
Bruce Pearl really arguing the 4-point play by Vescovy at the other end of the floor. Boy, how many times has Auburn had a shot that looked like it was going down and it just won't fall today? Tennessee by 6 with 2:07 in the second half. Ziegler with a screen. Picked up by Williams in the switch to Vescovy on the wing. To the lane. Free throw line, Kamwa. Now to Ziegler and a 3. He missed it. And the rebound to James. Left wing, Vescovy. 1:47 on a counting clock in the second.
That's 14 offensive rebounds.
Second half. Tennessee ball leading by 8. 9 to shoot for Ziegler. Ziegler picked up in a double. Gets the ball to Kamwa. Right wing 3. James missed it. Rebound, Jalen Williams. Another crack for Auburn, down 6, 1:27. Got to get some points. At the top, Wendell spins into the key. Down the lane, gets bumped. Top of the circle, Jalen. Hands the ball to Wendell. 18 to shoot. 1:16 to go, down 6. Auburn basketball. Broom, 13 to shoot. Out of the top for Wendell. Wendell picked up, penetrates in the lane. Throws it underneath for Broom, and it never got there.
Shot clock was running down. Tennessee did a good job everywhere on the floor of closing out defensively.
55 seconds to go in the second half. Tennessee leads Auburn 44-38. Ziegler running out the clock. 13 to shoot. Ziegler against Wendell. Boy, another bucket. Would be. And Ziegler goes baseline to the baseline. Gets it underneath for Josiah Jordan James. Excuse me, not James. It's Adu. Or Agua, rather. Awaka. I'll call them all out here. Bound to get one right. He'll go to the line for 2. Auburn's gone 2 minutes and 10 seconds without scoring. There's just been too many of those lapses here for Auburn today. Awaka's free throw is missed.
Half a dozen shots, Andy. That I've never seen a game with so many shots halfway down the cylinder that popped out.
The foul was against Jalen, his 3rd. Awaka's free throw, he missed them both. Rebound, Broom for Auburn. Outlet, Wendell down by 6. 35 seconds to go. Wendell steps into a 3 ball, buries it, cuts the lead in half. 3-point game timeout, Bruce Pearl with 30.9 seconds to go. Tennessee ball by 3 when we come back. 44-41 balls. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
This is the moment you've been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our home.
When you step onto the court and into the spotlight. The moment to show that hard work and long days pay off. Because when that final shot leaves your hands and we leave our seats, that powerful moment connects us all.
Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Power for a better Alabama.
Hey Tiger fans, this is Andy Bertram. We need you on February 22nd, Auburn University's Tiger Giving Day. Tiger Giving Day is an annual day of giving where you have an opportunity to pick projects that make a difference in people's lives on campus, in our communities, and across the state. From providing health care in rural areas to making autism services accessible, we've got an exciting lineup of projects that need your help to meet their one-day fundraising goal. So visit tigergiving.org on February 22nd. Pick your projects and give.
Most creatures blend in with their natural surroundings. However, one North American beaver colony is doing anything but. This group, having discovered new Yellowwood Protector semi-transparent stain and water repellent, has coated their lodge in a lovely smoky grey colour. Modern look and powerful protection backed by the yellow tag. Well done.
Introducing the first stain worthy of the yellow tag. Yellowwood Protector semi-transparent stain and water repellent. Find a dealer near you.
A look at the defensive statistics is brought to you by Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. You don't have to live with termites.
Well, about any stat we give you right now is a defensive stat. In this one, 30.9 seconds to go. Tennessee by 3. Neither team shooting the ball especially well. Auburn 17 of 60, Auburn has 15 offense.
Are in the game now. It's just a 3-point game. Auburn has neutralized the second chance points a little with points in transition. 13-0, but well, this has been a game. You could sell a lot of instructional DVDs based on this game about how to play defense. Neither team has shot 30% or better in either half.
Tennessee has won of its last 8 from the field, but that one was the difference in the game right now. What turned into a 4-point play by Santiago Vescovi, a 3-pointer, and then a foul on the play, and he knocked home the free throw.
Yeah, Tennessee's 2 of 21 from 3. Auburn's 3 of 26. A combined 5 for 47 from 3 today.
After Wendell Green Jr. knocked home the 3 to cut the lead in half with 30.9 seconds, Bruce Pearl immediately called a timeout. And so the Tigers have, now listen, they've got their shots. They've got to get a defensive stop. 30.9 seconds, double bonus now. You want to keep the ball out of Ziegler, Vescovi, and James' hands. They're all 3 outstanding free throw shooters. Phillips is even better, but I'm not sure he's even out there right now for Tennessee.
Ziegler has had a frustrating day offensively. He's 0 of 10 shooting. He's made his only free throw attempt, but he hasn't made a shot in the game today. Auburn.
All right, it is Vescovi, Ziegler, James, Kamwa, and Phillips for Tennessee.
Auburn obviously will press. They'll go for the steal. Maybe the first 2 passes they'll try for the steal, and then they'll have to foul.
And Zepp Jasper came into the lineup for defense.
Yep.
As soon as Auburn called the timeout. Ziegler will trigger against Broom. Ziegler able to run the baseline. Still running the baseline. Got to call 5 seconds.
Did they give him the timeout?
They gave him the timeout.
Oh, my goodness.
Good Lord. Got to be tough to count to 5, gentlemen. 30.9 seconds to go. He ran up and down the baseline twice, and they gave him the timeout with 30.9 seconds to go.
Just excellent out-of-bounds defense by Auburn to deny every entry pass. And Janai with that big frame defending the entry passer, the trigger man, did a really nice job to cloud those lanes.
2 timeouts remaining for Auburn and 2 timeouts remaining for Tennessee.
Who's got the possession arrow here? Auburn's got the arrow.
Yeah.
All right. So if you could tie them up.
Jasper, Green, Flanagan, Williams, Broom. Ziegler, Vescovi, James, Phillips, Kamwa for Tennessee. Both teams starting lineups out there.
They're going to set a series of screens near midcourt.
And James will now trigger the ball, and they put Ziegler, all 5'9" of him, at midcourt.
They're going to screen somebody for Ziegler to come free and have further to run toward the ball.
Broom will continue to face guard the inbound passer. That's Josiah Jordan James. And he gets the ball inbound, and Phillips walked and got away with it. They get the ball back to James. Now to Vescovy in the backcourt, off of Vescovy. That's Auburn ball. Off of Vescovy, right in front of the Auburn bench. Auburn has it with 23.3 seconds to go. What defense by Auburn?
Rick Barnes had to have been across midcourt to argue that call. They're going to review it now. Under the last 2 minutes, they'll go to the replay monitor and review.
Heck, we'll get another look at it.
Boy, how about the job? Janai Broom, Alan Flanagan, Zepp Jasper.
That's out of bounds off Vescovy, friends. That's Auburn basketball.
It really appears to be.
With 23.3 seconds to go, Auburn trails by 3, 44-41. Auburn doesn't have to look for the three-point shot.
No, you don't have to. If you can get a quick 2, if you can get a quicker and easier 2, that's the shot you can take.
Well, they're looking a long time at this ball.
If you don't have a clear look at it, it needs to stand. Here it comes. They also may have been looking at the time on the clock.
It is Auburn ball.
All right.
It is Auburn ball.
And
it appears they added 0.5 of a second.
Yep.
So 23.8 seconds to go. And now Auburn down 3 with the basketball at its end of the floor. It will inbound down the sideline in front of the Auburn bench. At least that's where the ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a tough place to throw an entry pass from.
And Jasper stays on the floor for the Tigers. Flanagan will trigger for Auburn. Down 3, Auburn ball, 23.8 seconds to go.
They're going to be on Wendell Green like a suit.
Men's tennis will host a pair of matches at the Arborough Tennis Center starting at noon. Georgia Tech and then College of Charleston. Georgia Tech at noon, College of Charleston at 5. And women's basketball tomorrow afternoon at Neville Arena. Auburn with a 3-game win streak hosting Arkansas tomorrow at 2. Britt Bowen, Dr. Larry Teixeira with the call right here in the Auburn area on FM Talk 93.9. All right, on Monday, then Tuesday, men's basketball at Texas A&M, 6 o'clock from Reed Arena. In College Station, Brad Law will join me on the call at 5:30. There you go.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
Yes, sir.
Hey, get to Neville Arena tomorrow. Watch
Jasper, Flanagan, Williams, Broom for Auburn. Ziegler, Vescovy, James, Phillips, Commonwealth for Tennessee. Down the left sideline, 1 timeout remaining for Auburn. Flanagan will trigger, 23.8 seconds to go. Auburn down 3, 44-41. Allen will trigger for the Tigers. Gets it inbound, Jalen Williams in the left corner. Working on Commonwealth. Drives to the hole. Goes up, he missed it. Tapped in by Broom. 1-point game with 18 seconds to go. Tennessee in the backcourt, and Ziegler is fouled by Janai. So Ziegler will go to the line for 2 with 16.3 seconds to go.
Listen, he may step in and knock both of these down. He's a very good player. He's an excellent free throw shooter, but he's not seen the ball go in from the floor today, only from the free throw line, and he's just like almost everybody in this game, he has been worn down defending Wendell Green.
First free throw, he's got it. Rolled over the iron and in. Tennessee by 2. 16.3 seconds to go. Timeout Auburn. Ice him.
Yep.
That's Auburn's last timeout of regulation. With 16.3 seconds to go. Auburn down by 2. 45-43. Zakai Ziegler will be back at the line after this 30-second timeout. If he misses, Brad, I know you've got to get the rebound.
Got to.
If he makes with 16.3, don't you think you have to look at the 3?
Maybe. I do still think there's a chance if you can really rush. If they're going to give up, for instance, an uncontested or nearly uncontested layup, you still have time to do that and go 2 for 1. But I don't know I don't know how much is left in the tank to be able to do that. It may be the smarter play to play for the 3.
Ziegler, 2 points on the day. A guy averaging 11.4 a game. In his last 10 games, averaging just under 16 points a game.
Auburn's done a tremendous job on Ziegler. Auburn's done a tremendous job defensively all the way around today.
Ziegler can make it a 3-point game with 16 and 3/10 seconds to go. And he does. Auburn ball down 3, 16.3. Wendell Green Jr. up the floor. Across midcourt, 12 seconds. At the right sideline, 11 seconds. Green at the wing, inside the arc. Now out on the right wing with 6. To Broom, to Wendell. 3 ball, up, no. How in the world was Wendell Green Jr. not fouled on the 3-point shot? He had a guy underneath him, and they didn't call the foul.
Bruce Pearl is out beyond half court. He's chasing the officials off the floor to try to get an explanation.
Wow.
And they don't have to give him one somehow or another.
My goodness gracious. Tennessee, 46. Auburn, 43. How do you not call that shot? How do you not call that play right there? Tennessee, 46. Auburn, 43. Auburn's leading scorer today was Janai Broom with 11. And you can score points, too, with the Chick-fil-A app. Download, open the app to place an order, earn and redeem points with the